right, we will get started. It is Christmas yoga this evening in front of the tree. So welcome to my living room. And class this evening will be a little bit on the shorter side, but we'll do a nice active practice. We're gonna sort of cut the beginning a little bit shorter than normal. I have a leg situation I'm dealing with and can't sit on the ground for very long, so we're gonna do more more moving from our feet. So we'll actually start standing up. We'll do some flow, a little bit of balance, and have a nice good stretch. So please come standing. If you're wearing socks, I recommend you take them off. And you can come standing at the back of your mat. So standing at the back of your mat, you can spread your toes, maybe even pick your toes up. Yeah. Place them back down. So ever so gently, you can tuck the tailbone, relax the shoulders, find a nice, tall, straight spine. Palms are by your side, fingertips open. So the crown of the head reaches up toward the ceiling, elongating the spine. See if you can relax the shoulders down away from the ears. And you can close your eyes if you're comfortable to do so. And if not, you can just soften your gaze and look down at the floor in front of you or at the wall or whatever is right in your horizon line. And just start to breathe deeply. So notice the sensation of the breath moving into the body through the nose. And the sensation of the breath moving out of the body also through the nose. So you breathe in deeply, fill the belly with air. And then as you breathe out, feel that belly fall. So inhale deeply, feel breath moving in, filling the belly. And then exhale, feel the breath moving out, feel the belly fall. Perhaps you can even imagine that with each exhalation, the shoulders relax. So just follow the breath in and out, seeing where you can soften. Let's take 3 more full, deep breaths. Deeply breathing in through the nose and out. And then 2 more in your own time. Beautiful. And then on your next in-breath, we'll inhale the arms up overhead. Palms will reach up, and you can grab your left wrist with your right hand. So inhale up as tall as you can, and then exhale over toward that right side. So standing half moon, although I'm on my knees. Inhale to lengthen and stretch. Exhale to sink. Inhale back to center. Flip the palms, hands come down. Beautiful. We'll do that a couple more times on each side. So inhale, arms overhead. This time, left hand grabs right wrist. Exhale over toward that left side. Heart shines forward. Inhale to lengthen and stretch. Exhale to sink. Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Exhale, palms return. We'll do that one more time on each side. Inhale, arms rise overhead. Exhale, right side. See if you can really anchor that left foot or left knee into the mat. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to sink. Inhale back to center. Flip the palms. Hands come down. Beautiful. Inhale, arms rise. Palms meet overhead. Gaze lifts. Exhale, left side. Beautiful. Inhale to lengthen and stretch. Exhale to sink. Heart shines forward. And then inhale back to center, flip the palms, hands come down. Really nice. You can take the shoulders up, back, and down a couple of times. So rolling out the shoulders. Yeah, inhaling the shoulders up toward the ears, exhaling them back down and away. Next time your shoulders come all the way down, you can switch the direction. Inhale, shoulders rise. Exhale, shoulders fall. Beautiful. Really nice. And then inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, relax. Really nice. Great. So from here, you can start to just roll yourself forward. So we're coming into a forward fold, and you can bend your knees really deeply here. So perhaps you even rest your torso on your quads. You can bend your knees. You can sort of shift the weight from one foot to the other. So elongating the backs of the legs, the calves, and the hamstrings one at a time. To fully release and relax the cervical spine, you can shake the head yes and no. Maybe taking a few deep breaths here. Exhaling deeply out through the mouth, audible exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Really nice. And then you can start to walk your hands out in front of you. Yeah. So almost like you're coming into downward facing dog, but before we go there, we're going to just drop the knees and untuck the toes. So meeting in a table. You can start to shift your hips from right to left gently. Perhaps you draw the shape of a C with your spine. So bringing ear toward hip, one side and then the other, one breath per movement. So always linking movement with breath. Really nice. And then you can find stillness. We'll move through a few cat-cow. So on the inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the hips. And on the exhale, tuck the tailbone, curve through the upper back, allow the head and neck to hang heavy. Inhale into cow. Heart shines forward. Exhale into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale into cat. Really nice. Inhale deeply, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the hips. Heart shines forward. Exhale, release. Inhale into cow one last time. Exhale into cat. And then release yourself back onto all fours. We'll take our hip circle, so dropping the hip to one side. We'll inhale forward, exhale around and back. So just drawing the shape of a circle with the hips, moving the ball in the socket. Inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. So one nice full breath per circle. Yeah. Next time you come all the way forward between your hands, you can switch the direction. So inhale, opposite side. Exhale, forward. Really nice. One breath per movement. We'll do two more full circles. Feeling free always to soften your gaze or even close your eyes. And then we'll meet back in a tabletop. Beautiful. If your wrists are getting a little bit sore here and you just feel like it's tension, you can always come onto fisted hands. Yeah, so this straightens through the wrist and provides sort of a break for the wrist. So from here, we'll extend the right leg behind us. pressing into the toes, reaching out through that back heel. Take a deep, full breath in here. Feel a stretch in the back of the leg. And exhale. Then we'll lift that right leg to rise, extending that left hand forward. So on the inhale, we'll stretch as long and tall as we can between hand and foot. And on the exhale, we'll bring elbow to knee, curving through the upper back. So inhale, we'll stretch and lengthen, keeping the hips as square as you can. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen and to stretch. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Beautiful. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale back to center. Beautiful. You can roll out that wrist. And then we'll take this on the other side. So extending left leg out this time, pressing through the back of the heel. Feel a stretch through the back of the leg. Keep those hips nice and square. Take a deep, full breath in here. A nice deep breath out. Lifting that back leg, reaching right hand forward. Stretch, become long and tall. On the inhale, on the exhale, knee comes to meet elbow. Beautiful. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale to stretch. Exhale, knee to elbow. Let's do one more deep, full breath in. Nice, big, beautiful stretch. And then exhale back to center. Rolling out the left wrist, maybe the fingers. Yeah. And then you can tuck your toes under. We'll lift the knees and press ourselves back into a downward facing dog. So pedal out your heels, one foot at a time, if that feels good to you. You may always choose stillness. You may also always choose child's pose. So take a few really nice, full, deep breaths here. Hips are the highest point. Knees can be bent. Yeah. And then when you're ready, you can bend deeply into your knees and walk or float your feet forward between your hands. Yeah, so really relax the torso down. Allow the head and neck to hang heavy. Shake the head yes and no. And then gently and slowly, one vertebrae at a time, you're imagining you can start to roll yourself all the way up to stand. Yeah. You can take the shoulders up, back, and down. And then your palms will come by your side facing forward. So again, spreading those fingertips, relaxing the shoulders. Crown of the head reaches up toward the ceiling. Chin is ever so slightly tucked. Yeah, and we're standing at the front of our mat. So spreading the toes, really grounding through the feet into Dasana or mountain posture. Take a deep, full breath in. And a deep, full breath out. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Palms will meet, gaze will lift. On the exhale, flip the palms, hands float down to meet the feet. Full forward fold, Uttanasana. On the inhale, hands will come to the shins for a flat back. On the exhale, you can lower yourself all the way down to full forward fold. We'll drop the hands, feet walk back. So finding a high plank or Chatwari, take a deep, full breath in. And a deep, full breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes, and then lower the torso all the way down to the ground. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we'll peel the chest up off the mat. Exhale, release. Beautiful. We'll do that 3 times, Bhujangasana or baby cobra. So inhale, heart shines forward, shoulders are relaxed. Exhale, release. Inhale, shoulders peel up off the mat, staying relaxed, heart shines forward. Exhale, release. And then inhale, pressing into the hands, coming up over the knees. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips, press the heart back toward the knees, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Choose movement or choose stillness. Wherever you are, breathe deeply. So this is also an opportunity to take child's pose or balasana, in which case you just want to drop your knees, untuck your toes, and sink your hips back. Exactly. So either one is totally fine. Breathing deeply wherever you are. Let's take one more full deep breath in, and on your exhale, you can bend into the knees and walk or float the feet up between the hands. Uttanasana, full forward fold. Inhale, hands come to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Arms rise, palms meet overhead, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms come to heart, Anjali Mudra. Take a deep, full breath in and a deep, full breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, palms return by your side, facing forward. Tadasana, closing eyes or softening gaze. Peel the toes up off the mat and then spread them out, pressing them back down, regrounding through the feet. Feel yourself stable, supported, and grounded. Beautiful. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Uttanasana, full forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, release. Planting hands, feet walk back. Chatwari or high plank. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, untuck the toes, lower yourself down. Or if you'd like, you can shift your weight forward and lower yourself down in one long line. The choice is yours. We'll take one cobra here. So inhaling to peel the chest up off the mat. Bhujangasana, heart shines forward, shoulders relax. Exhale, release. And then inhale, press into the hands, come up over the knees. Tuck toes under, lift the hips, heart presses back. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. On your next inhale, the right leg will rise, so three-legged dog. And on the exhale, you can bend that knee in toward your belly button, and then eventually bring that right foot between the hands. Yes. So we're in a low runner's lunge here, and what you can do is you can drop your back knee and untuck your back toe. If you have a sensitive back knee, you can just flip your mat and give yourself an extra little layer. And then you can bring your hands up onto your hips. Exactly. So if you're feeling a little bit wiggly and wobbly here, you can also heel toe your front foot out to give yourself a little bit wider of a base. Beautiful. Imagine that you're sending your left hip forward and that you're hugging your right hip back. So we're aiming to straighten the hips, the angle of the hips with the front edge of your mat. Really nice. If you'd like, you can inhale the arms up overhead. So palms face each other, hands reach up, but the shoulders relax back down away from the ears. Really nice. And then notice what happens when you bend a little bit into that front knee, or maybe move that front knee back towards your belly button. Feel sensation in that left hip flexor, in that left quadricep. Yeah. So inhale, lengthen, become tall, gazing up between the hands or at the horizon. Exhale to sink deeper into this stretch. Beautiful. One last deep, full breath in, and on the exhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. Really nice. And then from here you can tuck your back toe under, start to walk your hands back toward your knees, sinking yourself back down. We'll peel this front foot up off the mat, bringing toes in the direction of your kneecap. And sinking your torso in the direction of your knees, so we're stretching that right hamstring. If you want to windshield wiper your foot, perhaps you do that. Or you can choose stillness. And it's also really a stretch for this back foot as well. So make any adjustments you need to make for this to feel okay in your body. It's an intense stretch. Half Hanumanasana. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Really nice. And then walk the hands back forward to meet in front of the body. Really nice. From here, we'll tuck the back toes, lift that back knee, and then bending into that back knee, we'll just bring that left foot up to meet the right. Uttanasana, full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, gently and slowly roll all the way up to stand. Arms rise overhead, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, palms come down to heart center. Closing eyes or softening gaze. Take a deep, full breath in, fill the belly. And a deep, full breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, drop the palms by your side, facing forward. Beautiful. And just spread the fingers here. Feel energy moving in the body. Perhaps you feel the breath moving. Maybe your belly or your chest rises. See if you can relax and release any tension or any holding in the forehead, the cheekbones, or the jaw. Just softening wherever you can soften. Yeah. Inhale again, arms rise, palms meet, gaze lifts. Exhale, flip the hands, palms come down. Uttanasana, full forward fold. Surya Namaskar A again, Sun Salutation A. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, release. Planting hands, feet walk back, Chatwari or high plank. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale. Exhale, shift forward, lower down, or drop the knees, untuck the toes and lower down. The choice is yours. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. One more full round of breath. Then on your next inhale, we'll lift the left leg to rise. So three-legged dog. And then exhale, knee comes in toward the chest first, and then left hand comes between the front feet. Yes, we do that facing forward so you can see it a little bit better. So, yep, so you can drop that back knee, untuck that back toe. And again, if you need to create a little bit of cushion for that knee, that's totally fine. If you need to create a little bit of spaciousness for the hips so that you tip less, you can also just heel toe that front foot out. Yes, beautiful. So we're aiming to, again, square up the hips with the front edge of the mat. So that means that we're hugging this left hip back and sending this right hip energy forward. Really nice. Feel a stretch in the hip flexor and through that right quad. We'll inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, release the shoulders. So gaze can either be forward at the horizon or at the screen or whatever's in front of you, or you can look up between the hands. Palms will be facing each other. Wherever you decide to look, inhaling, you want to stretch your hands up as far as you possibly can, but exhale, really relax the shoulders down and sink forward into that front knee. See that the knee stays at a 90-degree angle. So the ankle stays at a 90-degree angle, keeping the knee from coming forward in front of the ankle. Let's take one more full breath in, full breath out. And then inhale, hands come down to frame the front foot. We'll tuck the back toe under if it's not already, and then start to sink the hips back, peeling that front foot forward. So the toes are coming toward the kneecap. Yeah, really nice. And if you have blocks or any kind of thing that you can rest your hands on, if that helps, you may do so. Really just aiming for a stretch in the back of the leg. And so if this is really half Hanumanasana here, what we're in is just really not for you, you can always choose to come seated and take a hamstring stretch there. I find this one gives me a little bit more room to kind of move in different directions and sort of increase that stretch, but it's not for everybody. So just listen to your body always. It certainly knows a lot more about you than I do. So stretching, really nice stretch. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale deeply. And on the exhale, see if you can release tension. Inhale. Really nice. And then exhale, start to walk your hands forward to frame that front foot. So the back toes are tucked. We'll lift the back leg. Come over here. So now we're in a low runner's lunge, and then bending into that back knee, you can just bring that left foot up to meet the right. Uttanasana, full forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. And then inhale gently and slowly roll all the way up to stand. One vertebrae at a time. When you get to the top, arms rise, palms come overhead, palms meet overhead. Exhale, palms come to heart center, Anjali Mudra or prayer pose. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale, palms come by your side, facing forward. Beautiful. So spreading fingertips, grounding through the feet, closing eyes or softening gaze. Notice the feeling of breath moving in the body. And see where you can soften. So perhaps you release tension or holding in the forehead, cheekbones, and the jaw. Or maybe you relax your shoulders or soften your belly. Maybe it's the space around the eyes. You can release and let go of some holding or tension there. And just breathe here for one more moment. Yeah, really nice. So make your way, please, to the back of your mat. We are going to take a balance pose. So that is made of straw, not real animal. So don't worry. If it freaks you out, that's okay. It kind of freaks me out too. So starting at the back of your mat, we're going to take tree or Vrikshasana. So in honor of this gem. So you can take a step forward with your right foot, fully spreading the toes, fully shifting the weight onto that right foot. So find your balance. And then the bottom of this left foot is going to come either right below the knee joint on your lower calf. Let's see, you need a little bit more space down there. Yeah. So either right below the knee joint on your lower calf, in which case you really want to imagine that you're opening up through that inner hip. So the knee is really opening up. So either there, or if it's available to your body, you can bring that left foot up into the upper leg. So the foot will press into leg, leg will press into foot. Wherever you are, you can bring hands to heart center. Closing eyes if you want an extra balance challenge, or just breathe deeply. You can choose to stay here, or you may choose to lift your arms up overhead, or even to open up through the chest. So hands extend out, heart shines forward, beautiful trees. So it's okay to wobble and wiggle and maybe fall out and get back in. That's a lot of what this is about, so no worries. Wherever you are, we're breathing deeply and feeling strong and stable, even if we're wobbling. Really beautiful. So nice, full, deep breaths. Let's take one last deep, 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 deep inhale. And exhale, palms come back together, back to heart center. And then gently and slowly take yourself out of tree. Beautiful, really nice. And then you can just take a little stretch for that standing leg, maybe both legs. And we will try again on the other side. So back to the back of your mat. This time taking a step forward with the right, I think that's right. Yeah, the right foot. No. Okay, this time taking a step forward with the foot. So spread the toes, fully shift the weight. Maybe bounce a little bit, make sure you have your balance. And then start by bringing that right foot up. Just sort of see what space you have in your hips today, and then either bring it right below the knee joint and really focus on opening through that hip, or bring the foot to the upper leg. As long as it's not pressing on the knee joint, I'm fine with wherever your leg is, but much better to not have it putting pressure on the knee joint. Want to avoid knee injuries. So bringing hands to heart, relax the shoulders, full deep breath in, full deep breath out. And then if you'd like to close your eyes for extra challenge, invitation to do so. If you'd like to reach your arms up overhead, arms up overhead, perhaps even taking cactus arms or just opening up through the arms, gazing at the horizon line, at the screen, up, closed eyes, wherever is best for you, finding your balance. And wherever you are, just breathe really nice and deep again. So fill the belly with air as you inhale. And then let it fall with the exhale. Breathing, feeling fierce, strong trees here. Maybe you are practicing near a holiday tree as well. Or maybe you don't have one. So you can bring a little of that energy into your space. So relaxing the shoulders. Let's take one more full deep breath. Exhale. Beautiful. And then you can gently and slowly bring yourself out. Really nice. Shake out both of those legs, ankles. Take a couple ankle circles. Open up through the hips. Beautiful. And then we'll make our way to the ground. So we're slowing from here, making our way to some rest. We're going to take a supine twist. So a version of twisting that we do lying down on our backs. So you can lie right down on your back. Yeah. Maybe you hug the knees into your chest and roll a little bit from side to side. Yeah. And then as you're ready, you can extend the left leg out long. So really just hugging the right knee in toward the chest. And then the right knee will start to sink over toward the left side. The right hand will come out by your side, gazing either up at the ceiling or over that right shoulder toward the right fingertips. Really nice. And you can close your eyes here if you'd like, or you can just soften your gaze, and we'll be here for a couple of breaths. So allow a sense of release to come into your body here, breathing nice and deep and full. Notice what shape arrives in your body when you release the need to look any particular way. Relax and release the jaw. One more deep, full breath in. And exhale. Roll back into center. Hug both knees in toward the chest. Maybe you even bring your forehead toward your knees. And then switch sides. So extending that right leg long as you can. And then left knee comes over right side. Left hand extends out. Gaze either up at the ceiling or over that left shoulder. And again, notice and see what happens when you just soften. You just soften and you don't need to look any particular way, and you just see what shape comes into your body and accept that just as it is. Release, relax the jaw, the forehead, the cheekbones, the eyes. Take one last full deep breath in and a full deep breath out. Beautiful. And then hug both knees in toward the chest. Rock yourself a little bit from right to left. And then you can extend the legs out long. Reaching the arms overhead, we'll take a full body stretch. So inhale, stretch, become as long and tall as you can. And then exhale, sink into the mat. So palms might face up, they can face down. You can rest them on your belly or your rib cage or your belly and your heart. And I invite you just to rest for a few moments for a very brief Shavasana, an opportunity to soak the practice into your body. And I will stop talking and give you a couple moments to just be present, allowing the natural rhythm of your breath to return in Shavasana. Take a deep, full breath in and a deep, full breath out. You can begin to bring movement into your toes and fingers, wrists and ankles, muscles of the face. Maybe you take a full body stretch, reaching hands overhead, pointing toes, becoming as long and tall as you possibly can. And then you can roll yourself all the way up to seated. In your own time and in your own way. And just find a comfortable seated position, however is most comfortable for you to sit. Finding a nice, tall, straight spine, relaxed shoulders, where you can just have nice posture and feel a sense of rest. If you want to keep your eyes closed or your gaze soft, invitation to do so, or you can open your eyes. It's completely up to you. So once you find yourself seated, we'll bring our palms together in front of the heart and we'll just take a couple of nice deep breaths together. So inhale deeply and exhale. Inhale one last time and exhale. And then you can bring your thumb knuckles right between your eyes, right above the nose, resting them there for just a moment. And I will share the blessing that I share at the end of each practice, which is, may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you for your efforts and your practice, and I am wishing you all my very best. Hoping you're well, and be in touch if you have any questions. And I hope many blessings on your week.